really good. Their front is one of the best in the league. They play together, they play hard, they play fast. It's going to be a challenge.
How much you and Nick talk going into the lead up to this game?
A little bit, nothing too much. We text back and forth.
Any trash talk between y'all about this?
No, not yet.
Joe, what would you say the sense of urgency level is going into this game? Brian told us a little bit about the meeting he had with the offense before the bye week and how it was, pretty brutally honest. So coming out of the bye week, what do you feel like the urgency level is?
Very high.
Do you feel like you're 100% after the bye?
Yeah, I feel really good. So I'm excited about the upcoming weeks.
Health-wise, what did you do, not do during the bye? Was it just rest?
Absolutely nothing. Just sat on the couch, rested, ate, watched football, lifted, so it was a good week.
Where's the balance for you on a bye week in terms of trying to relax and maybe unplug a little bit versus you're in the middle of the season, you want to stay sharp?
Yeah, it was a little different this year. Our bye came a little earlier, so your body and your mind was a little different, not feeling quite like you needed a bye week. So I was a little more locked in on football this bye week than I would have been past bye weeks.
Did you have a chance to kind of go back and watch a lot of tape from the first 6 weeks? I mean, how much do you go back and look at maybe what worked, what didn't?
Yeah, a little bit. You definitely watch teams across the league, see what's working, see what's not, watch your stuff, think about your stuff, think about your mechanics, think about a lot of things.
Is there anything that you'd like to be better than it was because of that first 6 weeks?
Just about everything.
Yeah.
For you personally, did the bye hit at the right time, considering the calf and what the past 3 months or so have been like?
Yeah, I think it would have been better a couple weeks earlier. I felt pretty good after last week, health-wise. So it's just an extra week to get healthy, feeling good, feeling 100%.
Have you reached the point where you don't even think about it anymore?
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, you're still doing a lot of maintenance, strengthening, rehab, all that good stuff, trying to maintain it.
Joe, we know T. Higgins hasn't been 100% with the ribs and everything, but just what do you expect out of him coming out of this bye, and how much confidence do you have in him bouncing back?
Yeah, T's awesome. He's been locked in. Obviously, when guys get injured, he's fighting through it for us. That's a big part of what we do here. A lot of tough guys that play hard. So he's going to continue to get healthier. He's going to continue to play at a high level. We're going to keep getting him the ball.
Joe, with the trade deadline coming up next week and, some thoughts about what you guys maybe haven't gotten from the tight end position this year and not really being able to run the ball like you guys have wanted, do you feel like you have what you need on this specific offense to be the unit you guys want to be?
100%. I'm really confident in all the guys in there. We had a great day of practice. We're going to put together 2 more great days this week. We're going to go play really well on Sunday. We're excited about it.
How much do you enjoy a showdown like this? Mike Hilton talked the other day about the Niners being a Super Bowl contender, and you guys being that as well. This is one of those marquee matchups in the NFL. How much do you enjoy a game like this?
Yeah, it's exciting. We know it's going to be a challenge. We relish going on the road and playing in those kind of environments. It'll be a big challenge. We'll find out a lot about ourselves on Sunday.
Is this a game to remind others of who you are as a team?
I think we just got to go out and play well. We got to focus on getting a win. Like I said, we let the narratives and the headlines do what they're going to do. We're focused about what we need to do to get a win this Sunday.
What stands out about Fred Warner on tape, Joe?
Man, he's fast. He's got really good ball skills and zone coverage, so you always got to be aware of that. He flies around, makes big plays. Feels like he's always around the ball, getting tips, creating big plays for their defense that not a lot of linebackers can make. So you always got to be alert for where he is. He's going to make plays. You just got to move on to the next one.
Zach mentioned instincts. When you're a quarterback and you're looking at the opposing defense and individual players, do instincts stand out to you?
Yeah, as a quarterback, in that way you watch players and how they play the ball in the air, how they feel zone coverage, how they feel concepts that try to beat that zone coverage, and he's the total package. So you always got to be alert for that, and you can't just expect that he's going to do something because he might read out of it.
Joe, you're saying you watch a lot of football around the league. You took some time for that. Just thought that defenses are better this year. Offense is down, and maybe defenses are figuring things out. Do you see anything there? Do you believe that could be the case, or do you see anything happening in the league right now that why defenses are kind of clapping back a little bit against some of the offensive production?
Yeah, I think they're hyper-focused on eliminating the big play. That's kind of the way the NFL has moved the last couple years. And so when you're you're playing defense like that, offenses are going to have to go longer drives. There's not going to be as many explosive plays, and therefore you're not going to get quite as many series on offense. So maybe there's not as much scoring. There's a lot of different reasons for that. It's tough to say in the middle of the year, but that's one thought.
You know, you've dealt with a lot of injuries, the calf, the knee, all that stuff. When you're going back to the knee, what was it like kind of, as other quarterbacks kind of dealt with it or going through it now, what was it like kind of building the trust back in the knee to feel as good as you want to feel, moving forward once you start that whole process?
Yeah, it takes a while. It takes a long time, really. You're going to be out there playing before you feel quite 100%, and that's just how it goes in that kind of rehab, and that kind of, as long as you want to get back out there with your guys. So it takes years to get back to where you were in all your exercises. It just takes a lot of work.
You still feel like, I guess, given that, I mean, do you feel like you're back to where you were pre-ACL in 2020? I mean, how long, when did you really feel like you were back to those levels?
Yeah, I would say I am now. I would say, this offseason is really the first time that all my exercises and plyometrics all felt just as strong as the other side. Like you said, it just takes a while, and it can be frustrating at times, but it is what it is.
Zach said it feels like a November game, something week or whatever, but I think you guys since 21 are like 18-5 from November on. Why is this the second half team? Why is this your guys' time of year? What seems to kick in?
I guess we'll find out, won't we? We historically have been really good after the bye. I just think, when it's time to, your backs are against the wall and you got to come out fighting, that's when we're at our best. We'll find out if we're the same team this year.
I think we have y'all with the toughest schedule moving forward. Is that something that y'all are cognizant of, how difficult the road's going to be from here on out?
Just taking it a week at a time. Every team in the NFL is good, so you can lose at any point in any week. So we're focused on winning this week, and then after this week, we're focused on winning next week, and that's how we got to approach it.
Multiple guys are playing through things. Orlando Brown Jr. said that he's plans on playing with the groin. What has he brought to this offense this season? Intensity,
great locker room guy, something that I was excited about. Obviously, his play speaks for itself, his size, athleticism, all that. But he's really the total package and all we could ask for.
What do you like most about when you watch Kyle Shanahan's offenses, whether it's when you're laying on your couch watching the games? What do you like most about what he's done offensively over his career?
Yeah, he's got, they got a great scheme. They get guys open. They, have a lot of interesting, unique ways to run the ball in the run game. They do a lot of fly motions, some cool double teams off the fly motions. I haven't dived into it or anything, but just watching their games on TV, it's cool to watch.
What stands out about that second half in 2021 against the 49ers to you?
Yeah, we played well. We played well that game. It's similar scheme, a couple new players, really, similar styles from that year. So, it's tough to say you can take anything from that game because it was 2 years ago. But we played well in that second half. We're going to have to play really well on Sunday to win.
What's it like watching Brock Purdy go from the guy who's a big blast in the draft to doing what he's doing now and kind of in a starting role for them?
Yeah, he's fun to watch. He makes a lot of plays. He's accurate with the football. You can tell that he studies. He knows where he's supposed to go with it. He's playing really well. He's fun to watch.
What you had to do in college, do you have a lot of respect for a guy who's kind of had to prove it kind of in the way that he's had to in order to stick?
Yeah, he's gone about it the right way. What I always watch is body language on the field, and he's very calm, cool, and collected in a lot of different situations. So that's cool to see from a guy that young, playing last pick in the draft, thrown into the fire real early, and it's playing really well for him.
Even though it was bye week, did you reach out with the coaches at all when they were going through things and tweaks and evaluating what went on in the first 6 weeks of the season? I mean, I know you have dialogue with them all the time. Did you do it during the bye week as well?
No, not too much on the bye week. Early, we had practice Monday, maybe talk Tuesday, but after that, everybody was kind of doing their own thing.
What do you enjoy most about being around Alex Kappa, and what has he brought since he arrived here?
Yeah, Cap is awesome. I love talking with him about the nitty-gritty details of O-line play and scheme and technique. I've learned a lot from Cap, just talking to him. He really understands the position, really understands the scheme. And so I love talking with him about ball, watching the tape with him. He brings a lot of insight for me to learn about O-line play.
Did that game in 21 against San Francisco, did that have any kind of impact on you? I don't know if you guys watched the game, but I mean, did you take anything out of that game that helped you develop?
I would say that was one of my better games that I've played in my career. I had a lot of confidence after that game. I had a lot of confidence before that game too, but every game that you play really well, you gain more confidence. You learn from every game. So it's tough to say that you just pick one game and say that was the turning point, but definitely learned a lot from that one.
Joe, third down in the red zone in the National Football League, a lot of it is like extension creation, and you've done it. I mean, a lot of big plays on third down and red zone. Are you feeling like excited about how that's going to unfold? 11 games remaining in the season after, feeling a lot better now.
Yeah, like you said, that's really third down and red zone in a nutshell. You can scheme up plays all you want, but defenses are really good and know how to take away what you're trying to do. And so when your back's against the wall in those kind of situations, you got to be able to extend and make plays. And that's, I've been able to do a little bit of that the last couple weeks. Before that, not really. So I'm excited to get back to doing that, making plays outside the pocket, running for first downs. That's how I like to play, and that's how we're going to play going forward.
What can sprinkling in a little bit more under center do for you guys offensively? Even if it's not a lot, even if it's just a little bit, what can it do for you guys and set off your offense?
Yeah, it's tough to tell. It gives you a little more play action, a little more downhill run game, a little more selling the play action, like I said. We'll see. That's an element that we haven't quite done. Not sure if we'll go there, but maybe we will.
Did you notice, is it easier for defenses to kind of sit on certain runs because out of the gun, because there's only so much you can do? I know you guys were really efficient at it last year, but is it a thing where you are a little bit limited in what you can do and defenses can kind of be tipped off on that? Or
no, I wouldn't say that. We've maybe certain things you can't, it's not quite the same out of the gun, but you can still do it. You just have to block it and think about it differently.
Coach Callahan said after the Seattle win, initially you had that, hey, we won, I don't care how we won, it's great. Later that night, he was pretty, disappointed as he went back and looked at it. Did you have a similar experience?
Yeah, I knew we didn't play well second half right after the game, so I was disappointed in that. Obviously, you're excited about the win, excited with the way your defense plays, but know that you can play much better on offense.